11 powerful benefits of putting 1 spoonful of baking soda in your garden. Gardening is not just about planting seeds and watering them. It's an art that requires care, attention, and sometimes a bit of clever chemistry. One surprisingly effective yet simple ingredient that may transform your gardening experience is baking soda. Scientifically known as sodium bicarbonate, it is a multitasker that offers multiple benefits to gardeners. In today's video that we have for you, we will discuss the top 11 impressive benefits of baking soda when used in the garden. But it does not mean that all plants will thrive when baking soda is used. Stick to the end of the video to find out the list of plants that might not like baking soda used in the garden regularly. Let's get started. 1. Natural pesticide. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is a powerful ally in the garden, especially when it comes to dealing with unwanted pests like ants, roaches, and silverfish. These creatures thrive in specific environmental conditions, and baking soda disrupts those conditions in a very straightforward way. When pests like ants come into contact with baking soda, it affects their body's internal chemistry. Specifically, baking soda may disrupt the ion balance, a crucial aspect of cellular function in many organisms. Ions are charged particles that help conduct electricity in the body, which is vital for muscle contractions, nerve impulses, and maintaining proper hydration. When the balance of these ions is disrupted, it may lead to dehydration and ultimately death for these pests. To use baking soda as a pest deterrent, you simply sprinkle a light dusting directly on the soil around plants or in areas where you've noticed pest activity. The powder creates an environment that these pests find inhospitable. They are less likely to enter the area, and if they do, they may be harmed by the chemical imbalance caused by the baking soda. This method is particularly appealing because it avoids the use of harsh synthetic chemicals found in many commercial pesticides. Not only does this make your garden safer for plants, but it also means it's safer for you, your family, and pets who might enjoy spending time in the garden area. Plus, it's an environmentally friendly choice, reducing the number of toxins released into the ground and ultimately the ecosystem. 2. Fungal disease prevention. Baking soda is highly effective in managing fungal diseases on plants, a benefit that gardeners have relied on for years. Fungal infections, such as powdery mildew and black spot, may devastate plants, leading to discolored leaves, stunted growth, and even plant death. These diseases thrive in certain pH environments on the leaf surfaces, and baking soda may help alter these conditions to create an unfavorable environment for fungal growth. The science behind this is relatively simple. Baking soda, when mixed with water and sprayed onto plant leaves, may change the pH level of the leaf surface. Most fungi that invade plants prefer acidic conditions, and by making the surface more alkaline, baking soda may effectively disrupt their growth cycle. The altered pH may prevent the fungal spores from germinating, growing, and spreading, protecting the plants from potential outbreaks. To use baking soda as a fungicide, you typically mix about a teaspoon of baking soda with a quart of water. Adding a small amount of liquid soap to this mixture may help the solution adhere better to the leaves. Once mixed, you spray it directly onto the leaves of the affected plants. It's important to cover both the tops and the undersides of the leaves, as fungal spores may lurk and grow in either location. 3. Weed control. Baking soda is a surprisingly effective and eco-friendly alternative for managing weeds in your garden, especially those pesky ones that sprout up in cracks and crevices on walkways, driveways, and garden beds. The effectiveness of baking soda against weeds stems from its sodium bicarbonate content, which has a high sodium concentration. When you sprinkle baking soda directly onto weed foliage, the sodium may work to dehydrate the plant cells. This dehydration occurs because the sodium disrupts the internal water balance of the weed cells, forcing the cells to lose water and eventually leading to the plant's death. This method targets the weed's leaves, which are crucial for photosynthesis and survival. So, how do you apply baking soda for weed control? You should lightly dust the baking soda directly onto the leaves of the weeds, ensuring you cover them thoroughly. It's important to apply it on a dry day to ensure the baking soda sticks to the leaves and doesn't get washed away before it has a chance to work. 4. Enhance bloom color. Hydrangeas are unique in the plant world for their ability to change bloom color based on the pH level of the soil in which they grow. The pH level affects the availability of aluminum in the soil, which in turn influences the color of the hydrangea blooms. Adding baking soda to the soil around hydrangeas may shift the pH towards alkalinity, which may enhance and even change the color of the flowers. For gardeners aiming to achieve vibrant blue hydrangea blooms, manipulating the soil's pH with baking soda may be an effective method. When baking soda, which is alkaline, is added to the soil, it reduces the soil's acidity. This lower acidity inhibits the plant's ability to absorb aluminum, which is necessary for producing pink hues. Without aluminum, the hydrangeas are more likely to produce blue flowers. To use baking soda for this purpose, gardeners should lightly sprinkle it around the base of the hydrangea plants and then water it in to help it integrate with the soil. This method should be used sparingly and cautiously, as too much alkalinity may harm the plant. It's important to monitor the soil's pH regularly and adjust your application accordingly to maintain the desired level that promotes blue blooms. 5. Tomato sweetener. Want to grow your tomatoes sweeter? Baking soda may become a valuable addition to this goal. This common household product works by adjusting the soil's acidity levels when sprinkled around the base of tomato plants. Typically, tomatoes thrive in slightly acidic to neutral soil, but slightly altering the soil's pH with baking soda may have beneficial effects on the taste of the tomatoes. This shift in pH influences how plants absorb nutrients. In the case of tomatoes, reducing soil acidity allows the plants to absorb more calcium and less sodium. Calcium may play a crucial role in the overall health of the plant, including its fruit's development and taste quality, while excessive sodium may hinder plant growth and fruit quality. More calcium absorption encourages better cell wall strength in the tomatoes, which not only improves their texture but also their natural sweetness. This happens because calcium is vital for enzyme activation in plants, which includes those enzymes directly involved in sugar metabolism. To get the sweetest tomatoes, lightly sprinkle baking soda around the base of the plants. Make sure that you don't over-apply, as too much of it may harm the plants. This should be done periodically, particularly during the growing season, to maintain the desired soil conditions. After applying baking soda, watering the area may help distribute the baking soda more evenly into the soil. 6. Natural plant growth stimulant. Using baking soda as a foliar spray offers a simple yet innovative way to boost plant health and growth. When you mix baking soda with water and spray it directly onto plant leaves, it may have a beneficial effect on their ability to perform photosynthesis, the crucial process by which plants convert light energy into chemical energy. The key interaction here is between baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, and the moisture on the plant leaves. Baking soda may increase the concentration of carbon dioxide on the leaf surface, which is a vital component of photosynthesis. Plants absorb carbon dioxide from their environment and use it to produce glucose and other necessary substances, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. By spraying a baking soda solution on plants, you temporarily boost the CO2 levels around the leaf surface. This enhanced CO2 environment may lead to more efficient photosynthesis, especially under conditions where CO2 might otherwise limit the rate of photosynthesis. More efficient photosynthesis typically results in better growth, healthier plants, and improved overall robustness. Now, let's learn how to prepare this foliar spray. First, dissolve about 1 teaspoon of baking soda in a quart of water. Adding a small amount of a mild soap may help the solution adhere better to the leaves, making it more effective. It's important to spray the solution lightly and evenly over the plants, covering both sides of the leaves without saturating them. This technique is particularly useful when environmental conditions are not ideal, such as in crowded gardens or indoor areas where air circulation and CO2 levels might be low. 7. Improved soil quality. Baking soda is an effective tool for gardeners dealing with overly acidic soil conditions. Over time, soil may become more acidic due to factors such as rainfall, the decomposition of organic matter, and certain types of fertilizer applications. This increased acidity can hinder a plant's ability to absorb essential nutrients, which are crucial for healthy growth and development. When you add baking soda to the soil, it may work to neutralize some of the excess acidity. This adjustment in pH makes the soil environment more favorable for nutrient uptake. Most plants require a balanced soil pH to efficiently absorb nutrients from the soil, particularly key minerals like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are vital for plant health. You should first test your soil's pH to understand how much adjustment is needed. If the soil is indeed too acidic, lightly sprinkle baking soda over the soil and then water it in to help distribute the baking soda evenly. It's important to apply it gradually and in moderation to avoid making the soil too alkaline, which can be just as detrimental as high acidity. 8. Mildew and mold cleaner. Mildew and mold may appear on plant leaves as white, gray, or sometimes black powdery or fuzzy spots, often during damp or humid conditions. These fungal growths not only detract from the appearance of the plants but may also hinder their ability to perform photosynthesis effectively by blocking light from reaching the leaf surface. Using baking soda as a cleaning agent works because it has mild antifungal properties. When you mix baking soda with water and apply it to affected leaves, it helps to neutralize the mildew and mold, effectively removing these unsightly and potentially damaging growths. The solution alters the pH of the leaf surface, making it less hospitable for these fungi to grow and thrive. To treat plants, you may mix about 1 tablespoon of baking soda with a gallon of water. For added effectiveness, include a teaspoon of liquid soap to help the mixture adhere to the leaves. Spray this solution onto the affected areas of the plants, thoroughly covering the mildew or mold. It's important to spray both the top and bottom of the leaves, as fungi may reside on either side. 9. Eco-friendly disinfectant for garden tools. Maintaining clean garden tools is crucial for preventing the spread of plant diseases, and baking soda offers a safe, non-toxic method for disinfecting these essential gardening aids. Tools like pruning shears, shovels, and trowels may easily become vectors for disease if they come into contact with infected plants and are then used on healthy ones without proper cleaning. Baking soda is effective as a cleaning agent because it acts as a mild abrasive and also has natural antibacterial properties. These qualities make it ideal for scrubbing away dirt and plant residues, which may harbor pathogens, from the tools without damaging them. Moreover, its ability to neutralize both acids and bases may help remove lingering plant sap and other residues that might support the growth of harmful microorganisms. To create a baking soda cleaning solution for garden tools, you may mix about a quarter cup of baking soda with a quart of warm water. For tougher cleaning jobs, you may make a paste by using a 3:1 ratio of baking soda to water. Apply this paste directly to the tools, scrub with a brush or sponge, and then rinse with clean water. This method not only cleans the tools but also deodorizes them, leaving them fresh and ready for the next use. 10. Flower freshener. It is saddening how quickly flowers lose their freshness. Adding baking soda to the water in a vase is a simple yet effective trick to extend the life of cut flowers. This technique hinges on the ability of baking soda to adjust the pH level of the water, creating a more conducive environment for the flowers to thrive after cutting. When you cut flowers and place them in water, they continue to engage in a limited form of metabolism, absorbing water and nutrients through their stems. The challenge is that once cut, flowers are more susceptible to bacteria and fungi in the water, which can clog their stems and hasten their decline. Baking soda may help mitigate this issue by reducing the pH of the water. A slightly lower pH level may reduce the growth of microorganisms in the water, thus keeping the water cleaner and allowing the flowers to absorb water and nutrients more effectively. If you want to prolong the life of cut flowers, simply add a teaspoon of baking soda to the water in the vase. This not only helps keep the water fresh, but also aids the flowers in maintaining their vibrancy and structural integrity for a longer period of time. Additionally, baking soda may help enhance the color and bloom of the flowers, making them look fresher and more vibrant. 11. Absorbs moisture. Baking soda's utility in the garden extends to moisture regulation, which is critical for preventing conditions like root rot that may devastate susceptible plants. Root rot typically occurs when excess moisture surrounds the roots of a plant, reducing their ability to access oxygen and making them prone to fungal infections. Baking soda, with its ability to absorb moisture, may be a helpful tool in managing soil water levels. By sprinkling baking soda around the base of plants that are prone to overwatering issues or in areas where the soil tends to retain too much water, you may help create a drier, healthier environment for the roots. The sodium bicarbonate in baking soda absorbs some of the excess moisture, which may prevent the conditions that lead to root rot. This method is particularly useful in climates or seasons with high rainfall or in garden plots where drainage is poor. Additionally, in container gardening where drainage issues are more common, baking soda may help manage soil moisture without requiring extensive alterations to the setup. Now let's discuss which plants do not like baking soda. While baking soda may be beneficial for many garden applications, some plants may be adversely affected by it due to their sensitivity to changes in soil pH or salt levels. Here are a few types of plants that typically do not respond well to baking soda. 1. Acid-loving plants. Plants that thrive in acidic soils are likely to react negatively to baking soda because it raises the pH level, making the soil more alkaline. Some examples of acid-loving plants include azaleas, rhododendrons, camellias, and blueberries. 2. Plants sensitive to salt. Baking soda contains sodium, which may build up in the soil and potentially harm plants that are sensitive to salt. This may lead to issues like leaf burn or more severe growth problems. Plants that are particularly sensitive to salt include beans, strawberries, and carrots. 3. Low tolerance for alkaline soil. Some plants prefer either neutral or slightly acidic soil conditions and do not do well in alkaline soils that may result from baking soda use. These include potatoes, peppers, and tomatoes. Though mildly alkaline conditions might be tolerated for sweetness, excessive use may be harmful. Incorporating a spoonful of baking soda into your gardening routine may significantly improve the health and appearance of your plants. It also is an eco-friendly and cost-effective solution. Whether it's enhancing plant colors, controlling pests, or maintaining general plant health, baking soda proves to be an invaluable garden ally. Just remember, moderation is key. Excessive use may alter soil chemistry too drastically. Well, viewers, today we learned about some amazing baking soda hacks for our garden. But there are always other signs your body signals when it's in danger. From signs of vitamin E deficiency to signs your farts are smelling deadly. Want to find out more? Watch 9 alarming signs your body is missing vitamin E. Or watch 10 alarming reasons why your farts are smelling deadly. You may watch either or both of them. Will you be using baking soda more often in your garden from now on? Tell us in the comment section.